Welcome in. Let me know if the music is too loud, if it goes over my voice. Impossible, but here we are. Never thought in my life I'd get to do a Primus live without Les Claypool. Can you guys hear the music? I found some YouTube friendly stuff, so hopefully they won't bonk me or copyright me. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Keebler! Thank you. Isn't it awesome? I love the nebula and how the stars come and go. You may hear my dog squeak here and there. It's a pretty cool light, Keebler. It's a little spaceman and he projects it. Sometimes I leave this going because it's kind of peaceful to listen to music in this. Hope you're having a good night, Keebler. Thank you for coming in. I see a couple of likes, 16 people in. I know, right? It looks like I'm actually outside. All thanks to a 4-year-old who I love. My nephew has a bigger, I think his spaceman is bigger. I don't know, I could be wrong. But he has one of these, and when I was staying with my girlfriend, I'm like, ooh, this would be cool to get if I started doing lives like this. Well, hopefully it goes through, my dear. I had to unfortunately go to the courthouse today, and I hate going to this particular courthouse because some deep-seated trauma happened there in '95, so I don't like going there. But I got what I needed to get, and then I got some information. I went in there to see if I could get the court filings and the transcript of what was said during my mom's trial, because I'm really highly thinking about doing a documentary on her death. So hopefully it can save somebody else in her position to be a little stronger than she was to leave before it ends in the way that it did for her. So just the court filings alone. Where's that piece of paper? So altogether, there is 122 pages. So you have to pay for these, right? So it came out to $167.50. So rounded off to about 170. And that's just for the court filings, what happened, beginning from, I don't know if it's the investigation or if it's from his arrest, from the guy who killed my mom. So if there's 122 pages just of court filings, I'd hate to see what the court transcripts of stuff that we said. I even told my friend who took me, I was like, I remember reading a victim impact statement, but I was like, actually, I remember screaming it. I was literally screaming at this guy in the courtroom. And I can't for the life of me remember what I said aside from "you fucking killed my mother." Other than that, I don't remember. I remember writing it out, but I don't remember what I wrote out. I don't remember what I said. So it would be interesting to go back 30 years later to see what me and my sister said in our victim impact statements. There wasn't much written about it, Keebler, and that's a bone of contention too, because the one article that was written about my mother, they couldn't even write her name right. So as long as I could remember, I've been correcting people on my name because they want to spell it with a C and it's spelled with a K. But with my mom, they totally changed her name. It was one way and people would call it a different way. It really is evil. But I think it's because my mind broke already at having to ID her. Sitting through the crime scene photos in the courtroom, before the courtroom, that really broke me. And I don't remember very much of 1995. And I think my mind stops me from remembering because the things I do remember were so deeply traumatizing that my mind's just like, yep, nope, we're not doing any more to her. So we're just going to put that off to the side and forget that. I mean, thank you, brain, but not thank you. I want to remember some of this stuff because the only way I'm ever going to get through this and work through it is stop avoiding it. Because that's what I did for quite some time. That's what made me move from my home to a place that I didn't really know. Because I didn't want to look around and see the spot where she died and see spots that happened in our lives together. Now it's comforting to see those spots. It's getting a little better seeing the spot where she died. I don't like being in the area, but when we meet up with one of our friends, it's right across the street. So it makes me face it a lot more. You know, it's part of my past. And like I said, if I want to make a documentary, you sure can sub to me. You're more than welcome. I don't have memberships because YouTube will not monetize me because of 10 plus years of music I have up here that I refuse to erase. So if you like punk rock, hard rock, this is your channel. And like I said in my description, I apologize for you people having to listen to me sing my heart out at concerts I go to. Thank you for the subscription. Always welcome to new people. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I kind of have in my head already how I want to do it, but it's just putting it together, the editing of it. If certain people are still around, I'm assuming that the guy who investigated my mom's murder is probably retired. I know the assistant or the district attorney, assistant attorney or whatever, I know he's long gone. I remember his name, but he's been long gone for quite some time. He was an actual young guy. I don't actually know where he landed after being the top prosecutor for crime victims. Sure, Jasmine Lopez, welcome in. Yeah, you know, I mean, like I said, I kind of have an idea of what I want to do. I mean, I just want my mom to not just be a statistic, if that makes sense. I mean, technically she is, and she always will be because of how she died, because of domestic abuse. But like I said, if it could give power to somebody who's in that situation enough to leave after watching that, I may claim to be Batman, and I highly love superheroes and comic books, but the one person who meant the world to me, I couldn't save. I try not to beat myself up too much about it because I was only 18 years old. My siblings were way older than me and they were trying, and she wasn't listening to any of us. So, you know, I've been in situations where I wasn't with a person that I should be. My last relationship, the guy used to get drunk and do horrible things to me. And it took me noticing from a different friend that not all men are monsters. And started giving me the courage to realize that I could get out of this. Now, it hasn't been an easy ride. Joko, welcome in. Hasn't been an easy ride. You know, being on your own is a lot harder now than it's ever been. And then it doesn't help the heart attack that happened in 2021. But I've got some great people that are around me that make sure that I'm okay. And if I need help, I can reach out to them. Is that who you think it is? Who was it? Somebody was trying to search me recently. Oh, Freeman Liberty, I think it was. And he's like, it's weird. There's these weird videos on you. And I'm like, yeah, that's some asshole named Michael Knuckle. I'm like, he has fun using my videos to try and make me a crackhead. But yet, here I have all my teeth. If I was a crackhead, my teeth would be half gone. X-Havoc! If I remember correctly, Keebler, the projector that's doing this was only like $20 off of Amazon. You can get all different kinds. My nephew has this one, and then more recently they bought him a different one where they could change out what the scene is. It's like space scene still, but it's not just a nebula and stars coming on and off. One day old and posted one video that's a recording of a young child's game. And some people have that, so I apologize, but usually people who do that kind of drug, they lose their teeth. No, ma'am. Lay it down. Ew. Why am I not surprised, X-Havoc? Ew. People like that need to be strung up and fucking lined up and shot. I don't think there's any type of rehabilitation for people like that. You are a gummy. My mom had horrible dental problems. Cabler. She's claimed on having all us kids. She's like, don't have as many kids as I had. I'm like, well, nobody told you to. And then I had a poor girlfriend. The acid in her stomach just eroded her teeth, and she was a very pretty girl. A very pretty girl. And she just had a bad situation with acid in her stomach coming up and eating away at her teeth. Brandon Mitchell! So I haven't done a night live in a while, and I thought it'd be cool to do it with the stars and the nebula. Now I have to look and see if I still have it. I had the email. I can't check now because I'm doing it on I'm streaming off my phone. But I will definitely try to resend you that email. It's always good to see you guys. You guys have been my loyalists for quite some time. Brandon Mitchell, did you see that live that me and Duper Trooper did Sunday morning at 5 in the morning? That car crash? That was nuts. We still don't know the story. And me and Duper were talking about it. And I'm like, you know what pisses me off? There's somebody stealing his content. Jay Abbott! There's somebody stealing his content. Kendall County something. I forget what it, reviews, I think. And every time he posts something, dude steals his material and reposts it on his Facebook. So that's the only story we can find right now about what happened. So we were talking about, like, maybe they were connected somehow to someone, and that's why they're keeping the story quiet. Because if you looked at that car, there's no way that person walked away. They hit the tree. And when I say they hit the tree, I'm not talking about the bottom part. They hit the middle of the fucking tree. They did havoc, so you kind of got to wonder. Because usually if it's somebody I know, I'll see a text message going, that's me. Because I have a couple of people that they don't want to disrupt the channel, so they come in under a different channel name. So that way people aren't bombarding them. But good to see you, Jay Abbott. Good to be doing night lives again where I don't have to worry about a 4-year-old next to me and being quiet for the household. Oh my God. Jay Abbott, have you ever seen the show The Drew Carey Show? Or has anybody here seen The Drew Carey Show? You've grounded yourself. Okay, so you remember Mimi? Not at all, Jay Abbott. I agree with you. Okay, so my oldest went to a school where the principal looked like Mimi without her makeup. It always fucked me up. Mrs. Boyle. First time I saw her, I was fucking chuckling because I'm like, oh my god, that looks like fucking Mimi without makeup. And apparently, that lady who was my kid's principal was my children's father's teacher at one point. So she was a teacher. Because he grew up there. I didn't. Right? Rosie Things, you're awake! Yeah, it was pretty funny when I went back home and told my ex, and he's like, what's her name? And I'm like, I think Mrs. Boyle. He's like, no fucking way. He goes, she's a principal now? Drew Carey wasn't funny without Lewis and, what was the other guy's name? I always remember Lewis. I can't remember what the other guy's name. Those two were fucking hilarious. Mimi was funny too, but I enjoyed the guys, and the one being or they were both kind of slow, but one was slower than the other. But very good to see you, Rosie. Tell Chris I said hello if he's awake. Wish. Okay, we'll do that. That way you guys have the background. He really does. I mean, I know, yeah, the guys from, Whose Line Is It? He was on the Whose Line Is It? The tall blonde dude. I remember Lewis was the one who had the dark hair. So it's a little spaceman projector, and he projects a nebula and stars coming in and out. And I have a cool little... Oh, I guess you can't see it. Hold on. I have a cool little remote that I can control it from here. I got it off Amazon, Rosie. Isn't it neat? The only bad part is I didn't take into consideration you guys couldn't see me. But maybe that's a good thing. And then I found a YouTube channel that plays okay music for YouTube in the background, where I won't get pinged for copyright. Mysterious bat sighting. I am a shadow figure. It's part of being the Dark Knight Keebler. I am bummed. I wanted to have a specific pizza that's around here, and unfortunately they do not deliver to my area. Damn it. And if I order it off of... I don't know if I can order it off of Uber Eats. I guess I didn't check, but... yeah. I was a little bummed. I wanted my stuffed pizza today. X Havoc. Have they put any recent ones up? Because I haven't even looked. I fucking love that. I'll just go to YouTube. Not that he'll go to my channel and find a different live or something. So next week should be busy because we are at 4th of July And I had just sent Duper Trooper a story that I saw the other day about the state troopers are going to be doing all kinds of DUI checkpoints. So probably going to be going out next week. They really do, Jay Abbott, and it's bad enough that when I order this pizza, it's probably already a good $40 because of the 2 toppings I put on it. So if I order it from an Uber or DoorDash, it's probably going to be like $10, maybe $15 more. I don't know. They definitely raise the prices. Yeah, I'd have to care in order to keep on checking, and I don't, so. That's the one thing Michael Knuckle never quite grasped is that's part of the girlfriend experience for me to care. You got to pay extra for that. Aw, thank you, Chris. He's pretty good about letting you know, like if you're in the other room or something, he'll be like, "Batman's live." I tried sending you when I went live the other day when I was cleaning and showing you what I'm doing in my new job. I sent you a text message. I probably should have called you. So I tried to warn you, Rosie. Oh my God, right? I thought about, so when I'm slumming for pizza, once in a while I like Pizza Hut. And there's one down the street from me, and I don't remember if it was DoorDash or Uber Eats, but yeah, it was ridiculous. I'm like, I am not, if I'm spending that much, I'm fucking ordering from a better place. Aw, such a good hobby. He reminds me a lot of my girlfriend's husband, my girlfriend down in Missouri. Greatest husband alive. I made a joke to my girlfriend. I'm like, let's be honest, I'm never fucking going to be married. And she goes like, what are you talking about? She goes, my husband is our husband. So we call him our husband. And I'm okay with that. It gets looked at weird from her friends. Sometimes they think we have some like 3-way thing going on. I had her brother so convinced. I used to call him my brother-in-law. He's like, I am not your brother-in-law. And I'm like, of course you are, because I'm married to your sister and your brother-in-law. He used to get so annoyed. I can live with the delivery charges. It's the upcharge that I can't deal with. Like a beef sandwich that normally costs me like $10, $11. Going up to $15 because I'm ordering it from an app instead of going and outright getting it. Don't get me wrong, I get the convenience and that's what the tip is there for. I don't mind tipping somebody for bringing me food because you're doing me a service. Ooh, very cool. Are you going to go live during that, Brandon? I will definitely be there. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. Sometimes I do the same, Rosie. I got a little mini oven, and one of the main things I wanted to make sure I could fit a 12-inch frozen pizza because my frozen pizza of choice is Home Run Inn. So sometimes I do too. More recently, I started using the oven to get familiar with it. It's the coolest little oven. Here, let me show you. I'm going to have to turn on my lights and ruin the atmosphere. Hold on, I got to move a couple of things so you guys can actually see it. So, Rosie, check this out. It's a mini oven and doubles as an air fryer. If you go back and watch on my short, I baked those cookies. So it's pretty cool because I just have burners, so no oven. I think I can cook a small ham in there if I really wanted to. And Jay Abbott, I ended up bringing that clothing rack that I got when I was over by my girlfriend. So again, huge thank you for helping me when I went to go and stay by my girlfriend's. I didn't think I was going to take it because I was hoping I was going back into an apartment. But that did not happen right away. But I'm working on it. Hopefully this coming up April, I'll be able to start looking for an apartment. This is only temporary. But I'm working on one thing that the landlords wanted me to meet a requirement of my credit score. My credit score is not horrible, but it does not move because I didn't have credit cards. I don't buy cars. I don't buy houses. I don't buy boats, motorcycles. So my credit score just stays. And it was okay. It was actually in good standing, but it just never moved. So I'm working on that right now. And wherever I move, I have to make 3 times the amount of what rent is. So one thing I'm very happy about, yesterday I went and got some nachos that weren't $15 and fucking horrible, like where I was staying. There's a couple of good places that aren't too far from here that I like to go. $10 at the door, nachos. My butt was happy. Right? You would figure I don't have any credit card debt, so that would work in my favor. I'd have no problems paying my rent because I don't have all these extra tacked on bills. And 1 bedrooms have gone from 900 to about starting at 15 a month. And I wish I could tell you that, you know, where I was at in a small town, you would figure that the rent would be cheaper for a 1 bedroom. Not at all. It was the same amount. And they had nothing there. At least here you can account for certain things. Like in Naperville, you got the downtown Naperville and the Riverwalk, all the food, the bars, the shopping that you can do. That I understand. I mean, it's still a little steep, but you get what you pay for the area you're in. But when you're in the middle of nowhere with 4,500 people and only like 3, you dropped something. And only like maybe 4 major chains on the main strip and no main street. Yeah, you're asking too much. It used to be that you could go to places like that and the rent was way lower than the bigger cities or bigger towns or the city. Don't even get me started what the city is asking for 1 bedrooms and their closets. Right? It's ridiculous. There was this one apartment I had in Naperville that was 2 bedrooms, 2 baths in 2018, and that was $1,200 a month. Now that same apartment is over $2,000. You know, people try and find different ways like van living, tiny homes. And as soon as people start doing it a lot more, going, okay, yeah, this makes a little more sense. I have had to downsize, but this makes more sense than trying to kill myself paying for a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom apartment or home or townhome. Well, that's cool, Keebler. They have something here called HUD for people, but the wait list is ridiculous. There used to be, I don't know if there is anymore, there were certain apartment complexes that worked with what you were making to make it work. I don't think they're doing that anymore, though. I haven't heard about one of those in a long time. And that you don't have to apply for anything. You just go in there, you show them your paycheck stubs, you show them your credit score, and they try and work with you on getting you into a place. But it's ridiculous. I remember I was complaining about the $1,200 a month apartment, and I'm like, damn, this is like a fucking mortgage. Mortgages are way more than $1,200. I've got a credit card that I'm absolutely terrified of the APR on it. But in order to raise my credit score, I have to use it a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy and max it out. Get up there. Go lay down. Sally Stanley, welcome in. Ugh. Man. She just does not understand. She's like, nope. Wow. Wow, honey. Yeah, and you've been doing that for quite some time too, ma'am. I haven't looked into it either, but I've seen a couple of videos where people try to park in like Walmart parking lots and stuff, and then the cops fuck with them. I've seen some very interesting situations where people MacGyver their cars into mini homes. You better go get it. You better go get it. You dropped something. Go get it. Go get it. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Oh, this dog. I don't know if they stopped the truckers too, Rosie, but I've seen some videos where they kick people out for sleeping in the Walmart parking lot in their cars. Maybe they give the truckers a pass. Lay down. So maybe they give the truckers a pass. I'm not 100% sure. There was this one girl I watched, and she was talking about how a friend of hers in California guaranteed her a waitress job. And that's tips, and you're making an hourly rate, but apparently there's some weird thing with renting in California with you working as a waitress. So it's like, people have to eat, so it's a job. Why are you going to make somebody's life a little bit more of a struggle because of the line of work? Yes, she is, Rosie. My mama left me. She had to go somewhere with my uncle. I don't know where they went, but I smelled them and I didn't get to see them. Yeah, she's mad at me, Rosie. But she couldn't go where I was going, so there is that. Wow. I mean, public places, as long as you aren't acting a fool. I mean, the fact that people feel more safer in a Walmart parking lot because of all the lighting and people aren't going to mess with them, so they think. Yep. There you go. And that's how it should be. As long as you're not in the way and taking up like a huge area. You dropped something. You dropped something, man. You better come down and get it. Go lay down. Maybe in Florida it's a little bit different. Maybe they're not as hyper vigilant about it. One thing that I found weird before I left the area I was in, I went to this area that's kind of like, it's not a mall, but there's like a lot of stores over there. And right outside Dick's Sporting Goods, they had a flock camera. It was just sitting there. Swamp people. I don't know how it works here in Illinois. I mean, I've never seen, or now that I'm listening to a scanner, I haven't heard them saying going to a Walmart about somebody sleeping in their car. Wow. And that's another thing. If the store hasn't called and said something to you about, hey, there's a suspicious car, why are you bothering that person? Because they're clearly not bothering anybody else. Yeah. It's crazy out there. People are losing their homes, can't afford housing. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in right now with staying at a hotel. But I have a roof over my head. I'm warm, I'm dry. I can cook here, I can put food in here, and I don't have to just microwave stuff. So it's a little bit of a steep price to pay, but I don't pay utilities. It's all included in my fees. And then after 30 days, I become tax exempt, so I don't even get charged tax. But not that you get charged tax on your rent to begin with. I see a new thing where there's this app and you can pay your rent in payments instead of having to come up with it on the first. I don't know how that works. Because the commercial tells you your landlord doesn't even need to know this is how you're paying your rent. A lot of places by me are now corporate owned as opposed to somebody outright owning the building. So there's that. I mean, we see some of that stuff that goes on with Regan Benson, you know, in Colorado, with people having RVs or living in their cars and how they're treated. Lay down and eat your treatsies. I see you, ma'am. Tomorrow you're getting a bath. She will not be happy about that, but it's happening, girl. You're a stinky pawpaw. You smell like doggo. She's like, Mom, don't embarrass me. Go lay down. So for the most part, just chilling today because I didn't have to work. So I went and did some important things. I had to make an appointment for Social Security because I got to get a replacement card. And Jesus Christ, I can't get an appointment until July 9th. What four-letter word did I say, fuck? Oh, bath. She's already on the other side of the bed at the mere mention of the word. She's like, nope. The funny thing is when I start running a bath, she already knows. Because I don't take baths. And I think the shower hitting her would be too much. So I just fill up the tub a little bit. And at first she's kind of fighting it. But then she gets in the warm water and she's like, ooh, this is nice. For the renovations, they say it would benefit them that the Walmart is there. Fucking crazy. Yeah, right? Dawn of the Dead. That was a good movie. So is Shaun of the Dead. Simon Pegg. But that's crazy. They did that in Naperville, kind of. I don't know if they made the people pay for the renovations, but it was down the street from where it is now. And it was in a little strip mall, and there was a Sam's Club there, and a couple of other things. I think like a furniture store, Baker Square, and what have you. And it was across the street from the mall. And they moved it down the street. Now it's a way bigger entity. It's on its own property. It's its own store. It's not in a strip mall anymore. Right, Jay Abbott? That was a great movie. I still fucking love that movie. Blazer, welcome in. I hope you had a wonderful Father's Day. Chris would be ashamed of me. Chris would never be ashamed of you. Good. I'm glad to hear. You have a beautiful family. I absolutely enjoy the fact that I am friends with Cowboys Nation on Instagram, and I get to see some of the wonderful pictures of all you guys and all the smiles and the beautiful wife, the beautiful children. My ex used to laugh because I would turn around and say, "Where's my Father's Day gift?" He'd be like, hi. And I'm like, yeah. Like, I stand by what I said. No, he was a good dad. I just liked fucking with him. Pittsburgh, huh? So how's life in Cali right now, Blazer? Hopefully you'll be doing some car shows. I wanted to go to the car show they had here last week, but I missed it. My girlfriend came out with the kids, and I got to spend some time with the kids and get dinner. And then by the time they left and I ate, I had to get ready because we were going out that night to go cop watching. It's not a fairly big one, so I'm not too terribly heartbroken, but there's a really cool one by my friend's house on Tuesday that I'd like to start going to more. I could probably get there on the scooter, but I'd have to charge in order to get back. So I don't think I'd be able to do a there and back on the scooter. I'd die somewhere in between. And it's not like you can't use it if it doesn't, but then that becomes manual pushing. Well, I still find it very hard for him to be disappointed in you at all. Yeah, we're about to get a warm-up, Blazer. It's about to hit 90 this coming up week, so I guess I can't complain because it's been nice and mild for the most part in June. So we're about to get a taste of the 90 degrees. Want to tell the pitch, please? It's funny, here in the Midwest, we bitch when it's cold, we bitch when it's warm. You guys, if you ever saw the era of the White Sox with Ozzy, true Midwestern. Even though he comes from another country, he's used to it here. Midwest is the area I live in. Chicago, Wisconsin. I think Indiana's included in that. Kentucky. Middle part of the United States. It's called the Midwest. Yeah, I think Indiana is included in that. I was pretty sure. I guess I don't know how far, because it's weird. Like, my girlfriend who used to live here, she moved to, where was it? It was right on the border of Illinois and Indiana. She used to call it Cedar Tucky. I think it was called Cedar Lake. And then she moved to Lafayette, and Lafayette became Eastern Standard Time, where we're Central Standard Time. So I always had to remember once she moved there that she was an hour ahead of me. So it's weird to me that certain parts even though they're considered Eastern Standard Time, that they're still connected to the Midwest somehow. But I'm also confused about Cook County and how far it stretches out. That's us too, Keebler. But you guys have a right to bitch when it's cold because you guys aren't used to the cold like we are. We're more prepared for it. And I'd like to believe that our governor wouldn't be abandoning us going to Mexico, but that's a whole other ball of wax. Right, Rosie? It goes to 50 degrees and you people are chill. Thank you, Blazer. I got it off of Amazon. It's a little spaceman that projects. Let's see. It's got a nebula and the stars. It's a little kid thing. But we all know I'm a grown child. Yeah, not by us, Sally Stanley. It could get negative 30 here. It can get pretty fucking cold. We would hope and pray for a 69-degree day. Sally Stanley is on the other side of the world in Australia. Wow, that's weird. Our storms are impromptu and can cause tornadoes, so this is our tornado season. If it's like really, really hot and then a cold front comes through, that's what causes tornadoes 9 out of 10 times because there's a shift and change in the temperatures. That's part of the equation. I wish I could make that statement, Sally Stanley. I have seen snow all my life, but it is weird how it's changed. The only time I will never complain about snow is on Christmas, because I'm used to, from my childhood, having very white Christmases where there was snow on the ground and the epitome of what you see in pictures depicted for winter. But now as I've gotten older, with everything going on with the ecosystem and everything, it has not been. It's been more cold, but that's very worrisome because now we live in fear. When is going to be the year that we're going to be pummeled with snow? One year was so bad. One of our major streets in Chicago is called Lakeshore Drive. The reason it's called Lakeshore Drive is because it's right along Lake Michigan. The snow came down so hard and so fast that people had to abandon their cars on Lakeshore Drive just to rent a hotel room, try and get home on a train or a bus. If a bus was moving, it was bad. That's probably the worst I've ever seen it. And there was also another bad snowstorm when I was a kid, but I was a tiny baby, so I don't remember. All I saw were pictures. Yeah. My girlfriend who lives in Georgia, she says every 10 years they get like a snowstorm there. She's like, the first time it happened, me and my husband were in California and I was pissed. So when we get our first snow, I usually take a video and send it to her because she says she misses it. I don't know why. She's in warmer climate. Welcome in, Toker. No one's perfect. Tomorrow I gotta go back to work. I am not looking forward to one room because I got to see the preview. The guy totally trashed it. It's probably gonna take us like an hour to fix it. I don't know who's gonna get it. I don't know how many people are gonna be on tomorrow. If it's just gonna be me and the girl, or if it's gonna be me, the girl, and the guy. But blunt papers all over the place. He is putting his joint out on the table like this. Or the residue. I don't know. But totally trashed the room. Wow. It had to be crazy, Rosie, when you don't know when you've never been through it and you're sitting there in shorts and going to school and thinking everything's hunky-dory and then bam. Bride the manager gift. Unless you're just visiting. I say fuck snow throughout winter whenever it's there, except for on Christmas. So the funny thing is I think I've said this quite a few times, with going up where I went and stayed for the last couple of years. So usually I would sit here and watch them get hammered up there. So my first winter, I was a little worried that we were going to get buried up there, and it never really happened. So I got out of there unscathed. We had snow here and there, but not as bad as what like, we'd be getting a little bit of snow, but they'd be getting a lot more because they were closer to Wisconsin. Well, thanks for coming in, Lorata. You have a good night, Abbott. Have a Xmas, huh? He was live the other day. Either it was the other day or 2 days ago. He's been around. You would be surprised there's people who walk around in shorts around here, Rosie, when it's fucking that cold. It's like, what's wrong with you? I'm fucking freezing. I've got 2 layers on me, and you're in fucking basketball shorts walking around like it's a fucking spring day. Well, that didn't take long. I have to, once in a while, do a toy check because the dog will cover the bed in toys. So I fixed it, and yeah, she's just adding to the equation. Yes, I'm talking smack about you, ma'am. And your toy issue. Do you want to come up and say hi? Nobody can see you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nosy. See, I'm not nosy. Okay. Go lay down. In Delaware and only wore a shirt at other times. Yeah, some people just totally, they're like, yeah, whatever. I mean, if you're generating that much heat, I guess I could see that. I'm always cold, so I don't know what that feels like. Unless it's 90 degrees outside, then I know what it feels like. It's gonna come. Really? Are we at this point in life that you need cat food? Are you out of food, ma'am? I don't think so. You stop. Nobody has to be in the gallery. Stop up. See that stuff I paid for in your bowl? Go eat your food. Go eat your food. Good girl. Oh yeah, I forgot to get my supper. Cat food. Distraction. Auntie Rosie says hello. You have dog food right there. Isn't that amazing? There's a whole bunch of it. It's in a bowl just for you. Go eat. Dog acts like she's starving. No, ma'am. I said no. Go eat your food. Go eat your food. You've got more than enough impromptu treats. Go eat your food. Grazie, Gina. The demands of an 8-pound dog. I've been around bigger dogs that are less rude than you, ma'am. Ooh, yeah, Canada. I couldn't imagine how cold it is there. I bitch about us being cold. It just has to follow that it's on you. We call those people here snowbirds. They'll stay here for the spring, fall, and summer, and leave for winter. I bet. Yeah, they can get cold too because our problem is we're by water, by a lake, so we get lake effect snow on top of regular snow. If it's blowing cold enough, the drops coming off the lake turn into snow. And you guys have northeasterns up in New York. So those are slightly worse than what we get here. Texas, Florida, Arizona. I don't know if people really go to California. I mean, they do, but I don't know for that purpose. I know Arizona is a huge area, especially people from Chicago, because if you're really into baseball, the spring training is out there in, I want to say Tucson? I don't think it's Phoenix, but it's in Arizona. Ooh, very nice. How old will your granddaughter be? Who has free healthcare, Rosie? Europeans? Because we don't. And Canadians. I think Canadians definitely have free healthcare. I don't understand why people have to struggle so much. My poor girlfriend is still paying for having her children, and they are respectively 4 and about to turn 3. That's ridiculous. A horror story. I don't remember what I said, Rosie. I'm a little too high. Smoking the devil's lettuce will do that to you, and old age. Does not help. You guys do too? Yeah, it's just ridiculous that people have to struggle so hard just in medical debt. Yeah, I do not enjoy your humidity at all, Rosie. I've been to Florida a couple of times in my lifetime, and your humidity is next level. We have humidity, but not a, you guys have like pea soup. That stuff is redonkulous. And I don't care what people say about dry heat, it's still 120. If you can crack an egg and fry it on the sidewalk, I have no reason to live there. Because I would not go out during the daytime at all. Okay. So there are some quirks to having free healthcare. I mean, some people have to do that too here, Sally Stanley, and they're paying for it. I've heard stories about how certain people going through medical things, and it was quite some time till they got to see the specialist, let alone schedule the operation. Unless it's a, emergency has to be done right at that moment. Yeah. They passed a bill here where I don't think it can be put on our credit score anymore. If I remember correctly, if that was the bill that was just signed not too long ago. I don't think it's gone into effect, but it got made into a law here. Because people are drowning in medical debt. What's funny is, with my medical insurance, I can't go to CVS because they don't accept my insurance. There's a urgent care right directly across the street from me. I get sick or I something going on with my heart. I can't go there because they don't accept my insurance. So I have to find a place further away instead of walking across the street if I can make it across the street. Wow. See, I guess where I was staying at, that's the least amount of people I've lived amongst, but it wasn't like middle of nowhere. It just was a really small town sandwiched in between a couple of big towns. Yeah, I don't have to wait to see mine either. I just have to make the appointment and go in and get checked for tattoos and asked about my eating habits. It really does. You know, dental insurance is it's a racket between that and vision. Yeah, they were trying to ban, like, what now? I forget what they were trying to ban, but good. I'm glad that, because, I mean, if you're going to eat that, you're going to eat that. It's food. The main thing is they don't want you selling it to get, like, TVs and stuff like that, using it for poor, different purposes. Wow. We get taken to the hospital for that here, Toker. I got to experience that in 2021. Wow. That's crazy. Wait a whole year. Yeah, it sets precedent. So since that happened there, then yeah, other people can use that that case as a means to lift it in their areas. It only has to happen in one place, and now it's a law. So I kind of like this background music. I found another one too, but I wanted to hear this one first. And both of them are about 3 hours. I'm not going to be live for 3 hours, but they have 3 hours worth of music for the background. Yeah, that's almost 2 years to be able to see a doctor. That's nuts. I just hope that I can keep on staying on my feet and maybe working 2 jobs. I'm already working one, but I got to get a more set schedule to see if I can work the second one, because that lets me know if I can do days on my days off or nights, or if I'm pulling a double a day or two. Because I got to be able to pay for the puppy food, the cat food, the funds to keep us where we're at until April, where we can hopefully move into an apartment. Wow. I'm sorry to hear you had the stroke, Sally. And see, that's what's kind of like breaking my mind at the moment. My girlfriend, who I was staying with, her mom has had mini strokes, and they kick her out after 24 hours. And you're saying you had a stroke and you were in for 8 weeks. That's what I was thinking originally when the first one happened. When she told me her mom was leaving the next day, I was like, how are they letting her leave? Especially if they're telling her it's going to keep on happening, which it does. Well, thank you for coming in, Rosie. I know it's really late by you, so it means a lot, sweetheart. Smooches to Cardi. Auntie Rosie says she loves you. Yeah, she said she loves you. Smooches. She says thank you, Rosie. I gotta do something, Keebler. You know, I mean, everybody's got issues. I don't expect anybody to donate to me on here. That's not why I'm here doing what I'm doing. Either sharing my content with people who otherwise won't go to a concert or showing my cop watching. It's not what I'm about. I've always earned my own way and by myself, so I gotta make sure that I keep this shit going. Because if I fall apart, the whole system breaks down, but I gotta do something. It would be nice if I could get my license and then just do DoorDash or whatever. I wouldn't mind doing that. I don't think I would want to do any kind of Uber, because I would just hate driving downtown. And not because it's crime and the stuff that you people hear about Chicago. It's just ridiculous when you get down by the city. It's so congested. Yeah. Well, she's not to that point yet. I haven't seen her, but I'm sure if that happened to her, my girlfriend would have told me. And that hasn't happened to her yet. I had my sister married into a family where her husband's dad had a stroke. And it was very hard for him to talk. He was paralyzed on one side, so he kind of shuffled around. So I've seen the effects of that, and yeah, terrifying. I still live in fear of, because the wonderful doctor had to tell me, and I get it, but after my heart attack in 2021, he told me I'm more susceptible in the next 3 to 6 years to have another heart attack. And because I didn't have the chest pains, I had the asymptomatic. Being a woman, I started getting flu-like symptoms and I started throwing up. So when I went in, I thought I had food poisoning. Now I'm worried every time I get a chest pain. Oh my God, is this a heart attack that they're talking about? So it's kind of tweaking me out. But if I can do what I'm doing for a living right now and not pass out, I think I'm doing okay. It's a lot more entailed to what I was doing at the bar. Well, I am glad you're here telling your story, just like when people tell me, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, I'm not, because I'm here telling you this instead of what could have happened. And what could have happened was I could have died. So I keep on thinking heaven don't want me and hell's afraid I'll take over, because it's the third time that I should legitimately have possibly died, because I was wrestling with myself about going in because I felt like an asshole dragging the ambulance people out at midnight for food poisoning, because I was convinced it was food poisoning. And they told me that if I went to sleep that night, that I probably wouldn't have woken up. So I'm glad that I talked myself into going, despite how I felt, because I was like, I'm going to go to the hospital. They're going to tell me it's food poisoning, that they can't do anything, that it's going to have to run its course, maybe give me some IV fluid so I don't dehydrate and kick me out at 3 in the morning. Then I got to find an Uber home. It was like a huge inconvenience. So I was just lucky that I had a particular person that was around me at that point in time that made sure that I was okay. They still won't tell me how I wasn't even out of the hospital 24 hours, Sally. And I still don't know how he knew, because I didn't want to scare him, and I didn't know if I was scaring myself, but I knew I didn't feel so good. And yeah, that particular day, it was a blessing he was around. That was one of many that, and I didn't have very many people around. My girlfriend was coming to visit me, but she was pregnant, so I didn't want to bother her that much because she was about to have a baby. Yeah. Well, once you get that, you'll have a nice little chunk, hopefully. And then, yeah, you can get one of those. I love my scooter. I rode on my scooter yesterday and went and got nachos. Again, that $15 nachos that taste like shit. I'm so happy to be home. Don't get me wrong, I miss my niece and my nephew and my girlfriend. And what a blessing that they let me come and stay there for 2 years. But yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that for life. This needed to happen. Yeah, I mean, it's weird how it can strike you like that. A girlfriend of mine had a stroke while very young, and it was wild. The day before, she was talking fine. You know, when I think back, I can't remember her having a problem saying something, or, you know, her speech getting wacky. The next day, she couldn't even fucking talk. Her husband had to hop on the phone because she was crying because she couldn't get the words out she wanted to get out. It was heartbreaking watching her go through that. I had an issue at a certain point after having a heart attack where I kind of had like fucked up speech, but they couldn't find anything. And I was worried I was going to be stuck like that. So I couldn't imagine what you had to go through to come through that, Sally. I've never in my life could claim that I couldn't talk and say and express myself the way that I wanted to, but in this moment I really was struggling to do it. I've been saying that probably was my first word, Sally Stanley, to be honest. My mom used to hate that I said that. I remember one time she goes, if you say that word one more time, you're grounded for the weekend. And you would figure that that would have been enough of a warning when your parent told you that. No, I looked her dead in the face and probably said it 10 times before she shoved me in my room and told me to stay there. Yeah, I've had a taste of that. I still don't know if it was all the medication they had me on. Because the time that I just spoke about how I don't know how my friend knew that I was in trouble, I remember when I got home and I took all the medication out and put it on the table, there was something like 13 fucking bottles in front of me. 13 bottles. I was like, what the fuck? Yep, even as a kid, Keebler. Kicking ass and taking names. We were just talking about this in my live that when I was younger, I was not a very nice person. I believe the unanimous vote was I was a bitch, but I had a lot of shit going on, and I don't know. I guess, like anybody else, I was pissed off at certain things going on in my life, and I just took it out on others. Sometimes I earned it, sometimes not. I felt really bad, like, I think it was like maybe about 10 years ago, maybe a little longer. When Facebook started popping up, I ran across an old friend, and he's like, yeah, I'm dating so-and-so now. And I'm like, who? And because she changed her name. Her name is Melanie or something like that, but she calls herself Milani now. Whatever. So he's like, I'd love to come out and hang out, but my girlfriend kind of fucking hates you. And I'm like, what did I do to her? Because now I'm not the same person I was younger, and apparently I was not very nice to her, and she remembers it, and it's her right to sit there and be like, yeah, I really don't give a shit if she's changed or not. I fucking hate her. Because, yeah, I was not nice. But I went through a lot of bullying too, to why I was kind of a lot more bitchier in my teen years, because I was just fed up with it. I was either being picked on because of my skin color, I was being picked on because I wasn't wearing Z Cavaricis and cardigans like the rest of the kids in my class, dressing like Debbie Gibson and Tiffany. I was not that fucking girl. And don't even get me started with being a tomboy. I was accused of being a slut before a boy even kissed me, because I always hung out with boys. Because the boys treated me better than the fucking girls did. And I liked sports. I didn't like dolls. I wanted to play video games. Not play with an easy bake oven or, play house and all that weird shit. I was like, nope. I want to learn how to throw a spiral. I want to learn what I hold a ball and it's certain stitching will give me a knuckleball, a fastball. That's the shit I wanted to fucking learn. my limitations now, Sally Stanley, and I kind of got a little bit of it back with getting this e-scooter. Before my heart attack, I used to ride dirt bikes. I love BMX dirt bikes, dynos, PK Rippers, stolen for the people. I love BMX bikes. I hate mountain bikes. I do not like 10 speeds. And I know it's probably easier because you can change the gears where you can on a dirt bike. It's just whatever it is. But now I have a harder time doing that. So I'm kind of glad I got the e-scooter because it kind of gives me back riding on a bike. Man, before my heart attack, my stamina and my legs were so fucking strong. I was dusting people, my ex-boyfriend and his friend. I was dusting them, and they had fucking mountain bikes where they could change the gears and probably go faster than what I was going. Right? I was the weird one, Keebler, because my sisters were the girly girls. I was not. My mom didn't know what to do with me. I think the only thing, and I'm sure it probably wouldn't surprise most of you if you remember this TV show, the only like girl show I liked growing up was Punky Brewster. I love Soul Moon Frye. Even now, she did a few things as she got older, aside from that show. But I loved Punky Brewster. Yeah, with playing instruments, manicures were never a thing because you got to have short nails to go up and down that fretboard. I'm sure you could probably learn to play, but then you're scratching up your fretboard, and as much as I pay for the instrument, I'm not scratching that shit just because I want to have nails. I actually never really like nails. The only thing I paint are my toenails, only because in summer I guess it looks better than just my regular toenails. Not that they're dirty or anything, but... Yeah, I think my years of being a tomboy, Keebler, prepared me for being a boy mom. Because, yeah, I like fishing. And my uncle taught me how to work on cars, but unfortunately those cars are now considered classic cars because now everything's done by computer. And shopping? My children's father was way worse than me. He wanted to spend time in the mall and just like fucking hang out and go in this store and that store. Me, I wanted to get in there, get what I had to get, and leave. I did not want to hang out there. I did not want to be walking around all day. When we were younger, I did, only because we had like an arcade in there, and sometimes we would go in the back of the mall and smoke pot, cigarettes. Get a new record or CD from Musicland. Pizza from Garibaldi's. Because when you're a kid, you don't realize how crappy some food is. Now, see, I wanted a daughter. It just didn't work out that way for me. Meow. 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 Now that we've settled that. It is raining cats and dogs. Oh. Ah. Can you guys hear me? One in the chat if you can hear me. Yay! Okay. One of my girlfriends still works in construction, Sally Stanley. She's very proud of being a heavy machine operator. But she's always kind of been that badass. Like, oh, I can't do this because I have boobs? Watch me. Thank you, Sally. The worst thing you could have called me when I was younger, there's many words that women don't like, but I hated being called a girl. And we're fighting fucking words. You could call me bitch. You could call me just about anything under the sun. But the second you called me girl, Yeah, she was part of a big construction thing. They did a roundabout, kind of. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about when I say roundabouts. Over by a major highway. And it took quite a few years to do. But it was interesting hearing her talk about it as opposed to hearing about it on the news where they're like, okay, 6 months have gone by and they're still working on this particular stretch of 59 by 88 and I got to learn things I probably would have never gotten to know unless I knew somebody working on that. I've been working as far as I could remember. Jeez. I started working, technically my first job was at 10 because of the neighbors, but it was just a summer job. But when I really started working was like around 14. So other than that, just hanging out. Gotta go back to work tomorrow. Yay. I think I get my first paycheck on Friday, so woohoo. That's always very helpful. Especially with bills at the end of the month. I gotta pay my storage unit. And I've got to pay my phone bill at the beginning of the month. And very excited. This is the last ever payment on this cell phone. Thank fucking Jesus. So that's going to be at least like 20 something dollars knocked off my phone that I'm not having to pay for next month. which is awesome. Because I'm probably not going to get another phone for another probably 2 years. Because they come out so quick that it's like it's not much of a difference. Like I've got the 24 plus and my friend's got the 25. There might be a slight difference, but not enough for me to be like, ooh, I want a 25. And they're already on 26, so it's like I'll probably be buying a 28, maybe a 29. I don't know. It all depends on my financial situation. If I'm back into an apartment, I got to have a cell phone, but I don't necessarily have to have the most top of the line one. It is raining. It's raining like cats and dogs out there right now. It's been raining on and off all day. I was going to wear something different today, but then I looked at the weather and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'll wear something different. It is a pain in the ass on the days that I got to work because I got to utilize different clothing. So when I go to work, I have to wear a specific work shirt. There's no real anything on our pants as long as we're comfortable and not walking around in underwear, I guess. So I can wear whatever I want for pants. But I've got to wear a specific work shirt with my name tag on it. And when I'm done, then I gotta take a shower and put other clothes on. So it's like 2 outfits a day. I gotta figure out a different way to do laundry because here there is laundry for the washer and dryer, but it's like $4.50 to wash it and $4.50 to dry. If I went to a laundromat, it would be way cheaper. So I'm going to have to figure that out. There's not one far from here. But then I have that big bag that I can use. It's technically a laundry bag. But, like if I have to wash my blanket, that might be a separate trip. Or I could start the laundry and then come back here and get the blanket and wash the blanket and I don't know. It's a pretty big laundry bag, so. But then I gotta pull out cash, so then that becomes I gotta find my ATM or go to the store and do cash back so I can do my laundry. I'll have to figure it out. I don't want to keep on paying $4.50 though to wash and dry. It's ridiculous. I mean, the $4.50 I can kind of understand for the size of the washer because it's a front loader, not a top loader. Washboard in the tub. I don't want to ruin my concert shirts. That would probably take off the writing on the back and front picture. So, go down to the creek with the stone and a washboard. Yeah, I'd be on the 11 o'clock news, Keebler. Crazy woman with blue hair doing her laundry in the DuPage River. Or, yeah, is that the DuPage River? Yeah. They already think I'm a freak, so why not go with it? Let my freak flag fly. Today we had the cops here. The unfortunateness of being here is there's people who seem to think that they can come and try and skate by without paying, and then they get kicked out of here, and that's kind of what was going on, but a kid was involved, so I wasn't filming that. And the one officer who was talking to the people at the front desk, where I was behind because I was talking to the manager about tomorrow, he was fairly decent, really nice guy. And then the other guy walked in, and I knew who the other guy was. He's not a nice person. If you watch Duper Trooper 5-0, I've actually got a video of him. His name's Weiss. And me and Duper think that he has like a torture chamber in his house or something. Does some weird shit when he's off duty because he's just, yeah. So he walks out, and I ask the other guy, I'm like, how is that guy your superior? He's like, I don't know why. And I'm like, because you're a lot nicer and he is not. So he was kind of like eyeballing me as we caught him. What was it, like about a month ago now? It was funny, we went for tacos, and as soon as we were done, there was somebody pulled over, so we went over by, and it was him. He doesn't like Duper Trooper too much, but Duper Trooper doesn't like him either, so there is that. Spirit in the Sky, you're late. I almost marked you tardy. Well, you're definitely tardy. I meant, I almost marked you absent. I mean, I know it's like fucking 12:30 by you, but that's still no excuse. Rosie was here, and Rosie hardly ever joins night lives because she's usually sleeping. So I guess I can't mark you absent for today. Just tardy. See, Keebler, for your punishment, you might have to stay after school and clean erasers. As you shall, go, Pat, go. But that's my stipulation. Well, you better call a prostitute for that one, because I'm not spanking you. Miss, what are you doing to that poor Yeti? Leave him be. He wants to go sleepies. Lay down. Lay down. Don't look at me like that. Lay down. This is YouTube, Spirit in the Sky, not OnlyFans. Much love to you too, Sally Stanley. I always appreciate you coming in. Thank you for sharing your story of your stroke and everything. I'm glad that you're here and you come and visit me once in a while. I don't know about this weekend doing anything. But I know next weekend I'm going to definitely be out cop watching. I was already talking with a couple of friends. Is that just on there? I can't tell any. Yeah, I guess it is. They won't let you remove them anymore. I did not, Spirit in the Sky. Today was my day off. Have a good night, and I hope you enjoy whatever you're about to eat, my dear. I got Chinese food tonight. I went to a courthouse. Had to go and get some paperwork and look up some stuff on my mom's case. See, because I'm thinking about doing a documentary, so I was seeing how much it would cost. Because unfortunately, They have it set up where in the courthouse where you can go in there and punch in and look at the case. But if you want to print it, it's going to cost me $167 and some change. And that's just the motions that were filed. That's not even the transcript of the actual trial. Then I also would have to get the death inquest stuff. So I'm sure that's going to cost a pretty penny. There's a lot of paperwork that I got to get before I start doing this, because if I'm going to do it, I want to do it accurate, not be like, oh, I don't remember this, or I don't know what happened there. I want to give as much detail about what happened. Yeah, Chinese food is yummy sometimes. I'm just happy it's not a place that I'm discovering for the first time. The place out up north, for some odd reason, they put peanut butter in their egg rolls. I don't know why. So it really turned me. I like peanut butter, but not in my egg roll. So I got some spicy food and an appetizer. I got pot stickers. I love pot stickers, but I love pot, so that's not a surprise there. Right? That's what I said. I'm like, how are you going to throw fucking peanut butter in an egg roll? And they have to tell you because of nut allergies, so it has to be, it's in the description that there's peanut butter in there. Mm-mm. Yep, just like me. I like spicy food. Holy cow, we've been on live for 2 hours, so we've made the 2 hour mark on the music thing. But I can't believe that we're almost at 2 hours. That's nuts. Doesn't even feel like it's been 2 hours. It's going good. I get my first paycheck on Friday. So, going good. It's definitely going to be different to see a paycheck with, like, real pay on it. Because my bartending job, so it'll be different to see an actual paycheck. It's been a little bit. So apparently I got my employee ID where I can punch in and punch out on my phone. Of course, I write it on a piece of paper behind the desk as well. Fucking X Havoc. Flip flops. Maybe, but probably not, because I got to pay for the room. That's the more important thing, is keeping Batman where she's at, because it's a roof over her head. Yeah, she will never let me forget that, Keebler. Thank you for stopping by, sweetheart. You take care of yourself. Always a pleasure to see you. PDF is going to be marked absent. But that's okay. He was trying to help me with something yesterday. I love that I can pick up the phone and call him and be like, hey, look, I'm having this problem. Can you help me? And I'm only probably going to stay on for a little bit longer because we're at the 2 hour mark. I'm getting the munchies. And I'm not mukbanging on here, even though you can't really see me, but you can hear me chewing and everything. I've got the earbud in, so it'll be amplified. Nobody wants to listen to me chew. Nom, 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 nom. But sweet dreams, Keebler. It's true, Blazer. You don't want to be around me if there's Mexican food in front of me. It's one of the very few times I'm quiet because I'm stuffing my face. I gotta see if I can find the specific brand of tortillas that I like because I've got a chicken breast. And I want to make some flautas. Ice cream. A couple of Twix. Some pecan caramel cookies. Some Jell-O. Some applesauce. And one of my Walmart orders. Let's see. You guys are going to laugh at this. I called them and told them that the person gave me something that wasn't part of my deal. Go lay down. So they're like, oh, what do you have? And I'm like, I've got a giant box of Dum Dum suckers. It says that it's 1 pound. I don't know how many are in here, but I got a lot of Dum Dum suckers. Man, you don't even know what a Dum Dum sucker is. Go lay down. So, I have snacks. I am prepared. I keep on eating this one particular ice cream. Damn you, Blue Bunny. It's a caramel pecan ice cream. It's really good. Oh well. Oh, I love my flautas. But now that I'm closer to home, chicken flautas are good, but carnita flautas, those are next fucking level. I could never eat a pound of suckers in one night. I like that you think I have that capability. I haven't even opened them. I've been hitting the ice cream a little too much. It really is, and if I can get it from the place in the little village that I used to get it from, their carnitas are so fucking amazing. And I'm not sure if Pancho still works there, but that man's fucking salsa is off the fucking chain. It's either hot or really fucking hot. Sorry, I'd have to know where you're at in order to give them to you. Well, I think something was wrong with my girlfriend's fridge because I would buy ice cream bars or something And they would partially melt, and when I would open them, they wouldn't be the greatest. So I think something's going on in her fridge. So here now that I'm on my own, my freezer's awesome. So I've been buying a lot of ice cream. I've already bought in 3 tubs of this thing. But it's cheaper than going to like Baskin Robbins and getting like a little mini pint, if even that. Because that's probably going to be $2-3, and I paid $2-3 for this. And I've been using Captain Crunch as a as a way of eating it. Stoner shit. Yes, I'm going to work tomorrow. Because now I work until Monday. So I've had my 2 days off. Unless they tell me I don't have to work another day. But we shall see, because there's one room that got trashed by Smokey the Bear. That's just my nickname for him. And then these other people left today, and they had a lot of shit in there, so who knows what that's going to smell or look like. So I know of those 2 rooms just alone, so I don't know if anybody else is checking out. So it could be a slow day, and I could be done at like 3 o'clock. If it's a full day, I get done around 5-6 o'clock. Today I contemplated buying another fish. I want to get another beta. But, 1, I don't know where I'm going to put them. And 2, I don't want my cat fucking stroking them out. So, I have the fish tank. I would just have to pretty much go and buy the fish in the water, which is next to nothing. I think I'd probably spend like $10-15. But I'd have to go to my storage unit first and get the fish tank. And unfortunately, with the breed of fish that I usually end up getting, I usually get betas. You can't put 2 of them in the same tank. They'd kill each other. So then I have to come up with a whole nother name. And Adam Jones was a badass fish. And I don't know. R.I.P. Adam Jones. I mean, I'm not in the best shape, but I mean, it's very easy for me to do it. It's just cleaning. So tomorrow is Friday Junior. I don't know. I'm debating on if I want to go out this weekend. Next concert, probably not until September. I haven't really seen anything that jumps out at me that I'm like, ooh, I want to go and see that. So more than likely September is my next concert. My friends are playing in Milwaukee this weekend for Summerfest, but I'm not going in another state to go and see them. I just went to both their sold out shows a couple of months back. I hardly miss a show in Chicago. So very excited for Riot Fest this year. There's a lot of cool bands. I still can't believe they got Tool. That's gonna be fucking next level. I will finally be Adam Jones' side. I'm always Justin's side. I don't know how that keeps on happening. But I will finally be close enough to Adam Jones. And yes, that's who I named my fish after. Will I be crazy at that concert? No. I will be enjoying that concert. One of many. I get to see the Sex Pistols. I get to see Johnny Rotten with Pill. I am quite excited about this year. But yeah, I think I've decided I want to pee like a human, so I'm probably doing VIP. So that's going to cost me about $500. But 3 days worth of music. Not too excited about Sunday, but Friday and Saturday are going to be off the hook. I get to see Mike Ness of Social D. Oh, I'm so excited. If you saw the line for the porta potties and saw the porta potties by day 2, you'd understand what I mean by peeing like a person. It's worth that $500. Okay. That's more at Motley Crue concerts. I do that normally in my everyday life just for shock value. Concerts, not so much. And one does not flash Adam Jones. You stand there, you recognize, and you listen. That man is a pure genius at the guitar. Literally and figuratively. And that's why you are getting a bath tomorrow, Miss Licky. Your pot does smell like frijoles. I know you're part taco man, but if they are, they shouldn't be. Vince Neil sounds like shit. I hate Motley Crue. Absolutely hate those posers. I still like the fact, even though I'm not a huge Godsmack fan, but it made me respect Sully a little more, was he made a song about Nikki Sixx called Crying Like a Bitch. Sums it up. I love Story of My Life. I also love Machine Gun Blues. It's probably one of my absolute favorite Social D songs ever. Yeah, you're naming bands that I wouldn't be caught dead at. And I am very, very amused at the fact you know who Social D is, Blazer. That's awesome. It always surprises me on the guy aspect because, I mean, to us girls back then, Mike Ness was everything. The only reason my kids know Story of My Life is because if you remember Guitar Hero back in the day, like about 20 years ago, maybe 15, something like that. That was one of the songs on one of the Guitar Heroes, was Story of My Life. My younger one kind of followed in suit with the music that I listened to, but the older one just rejected it. He was more of a Kanye West fan. Mom, he's from Chicago, you know. Yeah, but he's weird. And I saw that shit back then. Your bands were old when I was young, Spirit in the Sky, if you're talking about Motley Crue and Foreigner. I did not enjoy the hair band era. The only hair band, well, it was more heavy metal, was Dave Mustaine, Slayer, Al Jorgensen from Ministry. Glenn Danzig, despite him being an asshole. Ooh, I better watch what I say. You already gave me 2 of my strikes on here. I can't believe they're doing it without Neil Peart, but I guess the show must go on. A girl drummer now. Huh. Interesting. Linkin Park kind of did that, but wasn't feeling it. Chester was a huge part of why we paid attention to Linkin Park. The fact of the voice that came out of that man, if you saw him walking down the street, you would never believe he could do some of the stuff he's done in his career. Faint? That part where he's screaming, right now! Hear me out now! You're gonna listen to me! And that's mild compared to what he was doing. It never does when somebody's not part of the equation anymore. Some bands, it's like, okay, you're kind of used to it. Like Megadeth, he keeps on having to change guitar players and drummers normally. The bass player quit the first time and then got fired the second time. So the bass player is a newer thing to have to get used to. Slayer, Dave Lombardo, god of double bass. Underutilized, even though he's playing with suicidal tendencies, I think is where he landed now. Because he was doing stuff with the Misfits too. But the fact that he's not behind the kit doing Slayer anymore is just like, what? So yeah, sometimes it definitely, I mean, look at what happened with AC/DC when Bon Scott died. People were at first, oh, I don't like this Brian Jones guy, and look, he became just as famous. It was very different people, but he kind of kept with the same sound, with the raspy voice and everything, so it worked. And I remember when Alice in Chains said that they were gonna have a new singer, and I'm like, how the fuck are they gonna do that? There's only one lane. How are they gonna do it? And dude does a pretty good job. And now, if you didn't know, you realize how relevant and prevalent Jerry Cantrell is in that music. Because that's what made that music so well, was his and Lane's harmonies. It's what I've always loved, Spirit in the Sky. So, you know, I mean, sometimes it can work, sometimes it's just like, eh. I guess I'm having to get used to that too now with Alkaline Trio, because they had this really great drummer for their last album, and now they hired another one. I don't know what happened there. But I liked Willard. I had no issues with him. And that's just a 3-piece band. What story with MTV? And how my mom messed me up? I don't know. Some people, don't know what they're going to do with their life for a large part of it. Sometimes they may find a path and it might not be the path they necessarily want to be on, but I always knew I loved music from a very young age. My sisters were always impressed I could keep with what band and what songs came off of what albums. Oh, about Billy Idol, yeah. Again, it's true. She predetermined the men that I was going to be into. Punk rockers. I mean, I didn't see the grunge thing coming. The men of that era were just fucking, ugh. I wish I could go back. Guys with purple hair, guys with fuchsia hair. Yeah. That was the time. It's because I don't want to give up. Might go through some struggles and might not see the way out at that particular moment, but I've always just kind of survived. And I can't take the credit on doing it all by myself. I mean, I do a large part of the work, but I've had some amazing people surrounded around me to make sure that I don't fail. And when I try to give up, they remind me of who I am. No bigger gift than that. I even call sometimes some of my friends that I know will give me the pure, honest truth and not sugarcoat things. I had messaged my girlfriend. I'm like, can you call me and verbally abuse me, please? So, you know, sometimes even BatMan needs to be reminded how strong she is when she wants to give up on something. I have those great friends that tell me, no, knock it the fuck off. You got this. You can do it. Stop being a crying, whiny bitch. It's 100% important. I wish it were that easy for everybody. You know, I could be bitter about a lot of fucking shit, but being bitter isn't going to get shit done that I need to get done. Treating people like garbage all the time, you have that shit come back to you. You treat people how they treat you. If they're treating you nice, then you treat them nice. If they're going to sit there and fucking be disgusted by you or... Okay, cool. I may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I don't have to be liked by everybody. You're going to sit there and talk down to me and talk shit to me. I'm not going to sit there and take it. I'm glad that I don't have... Well, I guess I'm glad that I do have such great people in my life that I know the difference when somebody walks in and are shady as fuck. Like they'd fucking give up their own fucking kid just to achieve what they want. No. I'm happy to be from the parents that I'm from, even though my dad was a dick. But yeah, it makes those type of people stand out real fucking easy now. It's like, oh, you're a piece of shit. I get it. The fact that some people are just like, ooh, I'm going to start telling you shit so you hate this person so I can get my way. And it's like, no, bitch. Maybe that's how toxic shit works for you, but I'm good. I don't know. I don't know. He's definitely not a villain. So, Joe Cool, my Alfred. Adios, amigos. And right back at you, Blazer. Say goodnight to the beautiful Cowboys Nation for me. Tell her we're only 2 months away from preseason. The fact, I don't think we could ever get him to get into the tights either. So there's 100% that, X-Havoc. Here, Joe, put on these tights. He'd be like, Batman, how fucking high are you, girl? Oh my god, that would be a sight for sore eyes. The cape I could see. I have more problems with the tights and the tighty whiteys that are, what is Robin's? Green? Yeah, I think they're green. Or is that the tights? The tights might be green. Oh my god, that would be funny as hell. It's already funny that I did a live in a corset because as soon as I was done with Riot Fest last year, I went out with them. Fucking walking around the hood in a corset and fucking tight ass pants. I was totally misrepresenting myself. But compared to some of the areas where we were in, I definitely would have been a healthy looking hooker. There was this one area, I don't remember if it was Cottage Grove, but man, God bless this woman. She had her ass out there. Just out there. There is very little fabric attached to her bottom. And it's totally mitigated at the fact that she was a big girl to begin with, but I would not be able to walk down the street that fucking confident. Joe Cool is awesome. I was hoping to get to hang with him last weekend, but him and Freeman Liberty ended up doing something. Freeman came out with us, but he said he got in a nap before he came out with us, so... Me, I worked that day. My girlfriend came over with the kids, so hung out with them for like maybe an hour. With getting food and everything. And then went out with Duper. I think he came and picked me up like around 9 o'clock. Maybe 10. I don't remember exactly. And then we waited until we heard from JP. And then we were out until like about, I think he dropped me off at 5:30. And I had to be back up at 10. Because I had to work that day. So, I definitely crashed that night. And it helped the next day I was off, so I could sleep in as long as I wanted to. I didn't have to get up the next day. So me and Cardi slept until about 10:30. And then went about our day. All I have to say is a lot of coffee was involved in that day. Usually I'll do like one and maybe I'll finish it at the end of my shift. Sometimes I just switch over to water because I get tired of the sweetness. And yeah, a lot of coffee was had that day. Always I would have needed toothpicks to keep my eyelids open. But it's worth it because, I think Duper said it the best in his live. One of the lives that we showed up at. We definitely changed. I'd like to think we changed the course of what happened there. She could have been taken to jail. They could have confiscated her car. And they were nice enough to let her call an Uber to come and pick up her and her lady friend. So it's worth it going out there and doing good stuff like that. And sometimes I'm just sitting here either live with my friends at almost 12:05, been live for 2.5 hours. Sometimes I'll sit there and watch a movie or something after I'm done doing this. So it's not like I'm not up late at night anyway. Now it's easier to be up late at night because I don't have to be quiet as a mouse because I have a 4-year-old and my girlfriend sleeping next to me because she's sleeping in the 4-year-old's room. The walls were very paper thin, so they would have heard me talking and everything else. So I had to be respectful. I mean, they had to wake up a lot earlier for their jobs than I had to wake up for mine. Plus, they had toddlers. So any sleep you get in between, glorious. Really, Spirit in the Sky, because he's one of the best chokers ever. Rain status. Might be almost done. It's supposed to go all night. But yeah, in the 90s, he used to voice the Joker for Batman the Animated Series. Who would have ever known? The best good guy could be the best bad guy. Thank you, Spirit in the Sky. I'm probably going to be capping this off soon. I think I'm going to go and watch a movie with Miss Cardi. She keeps on speaking to me as... Sorry. I think I'm going to be ending this soon because I think I am going to watch a movie with Miss Cardi. before I have to go back to work tomorrow. Oh gosh. 94, that had to be the Jim Carrey era. Are you making him the Riddler? That's too funny. Well, I am going to end things. I am going to watch a movie with Miss Cardi. And I hope everybody has a good night. Damon Wayans. Oh God, Blank Man. I remember that movie. That was funny. Any Wayans movie is usually a good watch. I'm gonna get you, sucker. The knockoffs they did on the Scream movie. White Chicks was the only kind of like weird movie. And it's not because black men went white. It was just, or, you know, men dressing up as women. But it just was a weird little flick. Good night to you, ex-Havoc. Thank you for stopping by. Hope everybody has a good night. See you guys around.